Hello everyone! Today we are going to draw this beautiful pumpkin. Are you ready? Let's get our supplies. You can see the pumpkin shape. We have an oval and it's rounded from the top. We will draw an oval. I will speed the video a little bit, but you can always pause the video, draw the step, and then go to the next step. Try to keep it light because you don't want the pencil to be very visible because watercolors are transparent. And below the edge of the pumpkin, I draw the place where the stem is going to start. You can make the stem small or tall, whatever you love. Then we have these, they look like wedges. I am drawing them by making bump, then a curve. And I need to also draw the curves from the bottom to show the shape. Now I will add some leaves. You can add as much leaves as you want. I'll make it a little wider. You draw something like a zigzag. And I will add some details on the stem, some lines. I will lighten the lines a little with the eraser. And here's the watercolors. You can use any kind of watercolors. I'm using the yellow, orange, and red. These are my three colors I'll be using here. I'll add green, of course, later, and brown, but they are the pumpkin colors. First, I add some water on the pumpkin, and I will start with the yellow. The light is coming from the left, top left. So the bottom will be darker and the top will be lighter. I will start by adding the yellow. The pumpkin is already wet. It makes the color go smoothly. I will leave some white space between these shapes, these wedges. It will look beautiful like this. I love adding or leaving some white spaces when I do watercolors. And it's okay if it was colored by accident. You can always lift the paint with a paper towel or with your brush. Here I am lifting some paint from here. I'll use the paper towel, add a little water to it, and wipe this edge with it. Now I will add some orange on top of the yellow, but I still need to see the yellow, so I'm not adding very thick color. I want it to be light and wet, so I can still feel the yellow. And you see the top, I'm not adding so much on the top of the pumpkin because I want to see where the light is hitting the pumpkin. Our next color is the red. The red is going to be on the bottom, on the darkest areas. And I go with it up, but I don't want to color the top of the pumpkin with the red. I want to leave it yellowish orange because the light is hitting the top of the pumpkin. I will add some more yellow, the light yellow on the top, and more red on the bottom. I will keep lightening and darkening the areas as much as I need to give it this three-dimensionality. And the stem, we start with the yellow also. I'm lifting a little paint. I'm adding the green to the stem. Now I'm taking some dark green to put it in the area where the shadow is, because the light is coming from the top and the stem is a little bit bending to the left. So this area must be darker. And I blend the color with the rest. I don't want to see sharp lines. I want everything to be well blended. Some yellow at the top to show the light. And some dark green at the bottom to show the shadow of these shapes, of these wedges or bumps of the pumpkin. I'm lightening the lines. And I will add some more yellow to the lighter areas. It's all about light and shadow here. The light is yellow and the shadow is the red. The leaves will be green, but they must be darker when they are touching the pumpkin because of the shadow of the pumpkin. I added some green and I will blend some water with it. It's a little dark. Here I am coloring them. Then I will add some dark green at the bottom of the pumpkin where the leaves are touching it. It's the shadow. The stem dried a little bit, so I will lighten up the areas where the light is hitting by adding some yellow to them. And the pumpkin is not floating in the air, we must put something underneath. I will color the ground with brown, and it must be darker under the pumpkin to give it weight, because it's not floating, it has weight, it has shadow underneath. So now, after doing a thin layer of brown, I will be adding some darker brown underneath the pumpkin. And under the leaves, of course. Don't forget them. I'm using this dark brown. I will add some water to the background so I can add colors and blend them easily. I'm sprinkling some orange. You can keep it like this if you like, or you can blend it. I will blend it. I'm not leaving it like this. And some red. Then yellow, the light yellow. I'll keep the yellow at the top because the light is coming from there. And I'm adding a little brown, very light wash of brown at the bottom, trying to blend things together. Now I took the smallest brush I have and I'm adding the details, a little dark red here to show the depth. I love to have soft edges in the places where the light is hitting. So I will blend this pumpkin with the background by adding some yellow. I let it dry a little bit, and now I will add this yellow to the background to blend it with the edge of the pumpkin. I love this effect. It's up to you. You don't have to do it like this. In watercolor, we work in layers, so I keep adding layers and layers. Now I'm darkening the shadow again after it dried. This is how watercolors work. I'm doing the final touches by adding more color to the areas I want, like the top, adding more orange and yellow, and the bottom adding more red, and blending them together where they need to be blended. I don't see sharp edges. Here's some red at the bottom to show the darker areas, and here I will add some red and will blend it to show that these areas are going inside. This surface is going inside, so it's darker here around the stem. And here's our beautiful pumpkin after it dried. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.